Pretty much everyone is back to normal feeling. Yay! The nasty, nasty cold is over. You made a snowman. Let's go look at the snowman. Whoa!
It's a little tiny snowman.
It's a little tiny snowman. August is napping. When he wakes up, we can go over and see Daddy. See what he's getting done. So everyone is finally feeling better. I think there's a certain flexibility built into our lifestyle on purpose that just allows us to breathe a little easier whenever we have times when people get sick and things like that. I don't have to worry about missing work because I am lucky enough to not have to have a job outside of the home. We don't have to worry about kids missing school because we homeschool, and so we just can kind of roll with it and do what we need to do, and it's just so nice. I feel blessed to be able to have that life. But being lucky to be home means there's a bit of a trade-off. Just because I don't have to work outside of the home doesn't mean I don't have to work. I still have a lot of stuff around here that has to happen. And it means that I do things around here that probably a lot of people don't do. Because we live a life in the country. We have just different responsibilities than a lot of other people. The wood boiler needing to be taken care of. Chickens that need to be fed. That need to be fed right now, Lawrence. We gotta feed the chickens before it gets dark. But it wasn't always that way for me.
Let me have
Let's do this, dude.
Okay, now they're all gonna run to the door, so here's my technique. I throw a bunch of feed in the back.
Oh, and get them, there you go, so they're out of the way. And you put the new straw down, so we're good. It doesn't smell out here, so the bedding should be good for right now.
I would rather... Okay, chicken ladies.
Whoops! I was raised in the suburbs. Yeah, it's all cracked. There's one, but it's frozen solid.
Oh, really? We're good. We have our one egg that is unedible.
Inedible?
Inedible. Heard it both ways.
I've heard it both ways. So growing up in the suburbs, life was a little bit different for me than what it is here. City girl, as Ethan has always called me. In fact, we've been married for, 17 and a half years, and only recently has he admitted that I am just a little bit country now. Took a while. But it's true. It's a totally different life. I would have, even though I was exposed to gardening and farming to some extent, it's just different. Living in the country is a different kind of lifestyle than living in the city. And I kind of did the girly thing, like, I don't want to mow the lawn, and I'll let you take care of all of the other things. Like, honestly, didn't realize that changing your own oil was something that people did until I got married to Ethan. No fault to my parents, because they probably could have changed their oil themselves. I just didn't know it was a thing that people did. How's it going in there? Mildly good.
There are a ton of chickens by the water. I got a light. Okay, now
how is the water? Is it cleaned out?
Yep.
Do we need to move some of the straw from the door?
A little bit.
I think you could literally strap on ice skates and skate down our driveway underneath all of the snow. It's solid glare ice. I'm about to walk through some beautiful snow angels. Hang on.
Really fly.
Whoa, no. Oh, I was trying to get the snow angels.
Oh, that's mine. That's David's.
So yeah, city girl living in the country. Now I have to do all sorts of things that I don't mind doing at all. I love this life. I wouldn't really want to go back to the city. We've lived in the city before, and there's nothing wrong with living in the city. I just prefer the lifestyle that we have here. I prefer the quiet. Oh yeah, that's good for now. I have to fill up the wheelbarrow later though, so that I'm ready to go before it gets dark. So what happens when a city girl marries a country boy? The city girl's got to get rid of the city and become country. I work hard at it, though there are some things that I still really struggle with. I hate mice. I can't handle it. They freak me out. If they're out in the field, no problem. When they get in my house, I just can't deal with it. Let's go see how much work Dad's gotten done. Oh,
Hi, Mom.
I literally can't see. I can't see over his head. I'm tripping over people. I feel like I'm wearing one of those. Have you guys ever seen those sumo wrestling suit things that people have for parties and stuff that you can put on? Pretend like you're a big sumo wrestler. I feel like I'm wearing one of those. Like I have so much padding I can't even hardly move.
Hey,
It's like Ethan left the lights on the truck. Oh no, the truck is running. Why do we live here?
Because we're from here.
It's so cold and miserable.
It's because we're from here. It's really the only reason we're here.
Dagny's been shoveling the whole way here, and she's still shoveling. She shoveled a path from the house all the way over here. Are we going around?
Yeah.
Do you want to take this?
We haven't used the gimbal in a while because we've been working on the house and...
I almost forgot how to use it.
Did you? It's not very useful on when you're fixed in a fixed location.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
So...
Look at that. So, the old clapboard is just...
Yeah, you can see the big gaps in it, but...
Yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like if that's been there for 100 years...
120 years.
Then it's probably okay for another 50 years.
These boards are 120 years old.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. You can see that they're actually how rough sawn they are. Too.
Yeah.
You can see the circular saw mark that when it cut through.
It's crazy weird to think about.
So what's really cool about this is that these boards were actually, if you look on the inside, you'll see some of them are just obviously stuff that he found. It was like, oh, this is a fence board. We'll use that. But then these really old boards here are actually made from tamarack that my great-grandfather cut down on the other side of the lake and then took to a mill back when there was tamarack here. You can see this one's still slab ended. Yeah.
It's weird because they look like they're not all uniform.
I can see inside.
Yeah, they're probably not perfectly width.
I can see inside.
Is that the width? Whatever.
Yeah, they're probably not perfect.
I can see that.
I mean, as soon as I tore this off, I thought maybe we should just replace it all.
Yeah.
But
yeah, with like modern OSB
with
or
just
whatever, yeah.
OSB or some of the 3/4 plywood we have.
But think of the cool things we can make out of some of this stuff. People pay big money for old wood like this too.
So I think we should just leave it. Tar paper over it for now. Insulate from the inside. It'll make it nice and breathable.
No, just temporarily, and then...
I mean, tar paper over it temporarily.
With like what's on the front?
No, just tar paper.
Tar paper.
We have some leftover tar paper. Anyway, I think we should just leave it.
Okay, but are we worried about all of those holes? Okay, because I was just saying about how I have a problem. Hey, Dagny.
You're thinking mice, aren't you?
Yeah, I was just talking about how I have a problem with mice. And the reason why we have such bad mouse problem in that other house is because there's no sheathing on the house. So if we leave this sheathing on this house with like huge holes, it's no different. And you promised me, I'm calling you out, you promised me a mouse-free house.
Okay, I guess I'm putting on.
Well, we can do it.
I'm putting on something here. All right, well.
I don't want to make a lot of extra work for you though.
I mean, we're in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
The newer part.
I guess I just assumed that we were gonna be putting OSB on like the
entire thing. It's that much extra work. Why would you assume that? I never told you that.
Because there was OSB put on the front, so I just assumed that we were gonna put OSB all the way around.
Well, by we you mean Ethan is going to do all this extra work. See, this is why he calls me a city girl. Yes.
This is exactly the reason why he calls me a city girl.
It's
not very country girl-ish me.
Maybe I'm gonna have to rethink what I was thinking.
Looks like we have a big decision to make to figure out what we're gonna do for the house. To sheathe or not to sheathe. The city girl in me says yes to avoid future problems with mice. The cheapskate part of me says let's just run with it how it is. Either way, we gotta figure it out. What says you, Augie? Film an episode, you say. It'll be easy, you say. I never know what to say, though, is the problem. All right, well, the only thing I do know is that the country girl in me has to go out and get the boiler taken care of and snuggle up in the warm house because it is cold out here, and we're gonna have to make a decision on that house later. And I guess we'll catch you on the flip side.